Move the chicken bones. Grampy's going into the attic again. Call 911. There you go. Got some more yard bird there. See this ladder? That's plywood. This is a 1/2 inch drywall. We're supposed to separate, encapsulate and separate the garage space from the attic space. The attic space from the living space from the garage space. That's why we want a spring on that door over there. Fire will burn right through this like a chimney. This is not rated as a fire block, draft stop, if you will. Well, you don't need fire block, you need draft stopping. Well, if that's what you need, you don't have it. You don't have it with that. That's the wrong stuff. Coming on up. For the most part, the ladder, even though it's the wrong choice, and it could be made right. We'll put a cover over it. In fact, that might be what I'm looking at, is this big box built here. Nope, that's the walkway. There's your pool noodle. Okay, so now we're up here. We can see. Oh, great. They're going to give me enough to talk about? I hope so. I bet this top step isn't so greasy. This is the refrigerant piping coming up from your air conditioning. And the roofing nails are supposed to go through the decking, as they have. And what they've done to protect the refrigerant piping, the one that's bent, oh, you're going to find out pretty soon, the one that's bent probably needs to be replaced. Okay, well, when they replace the piping, they should route it better. I'm glad that they stuck a stick on there. You know, it's better than nothing. But you're relying on conditions to stay the same, and you're also probably relying on the refrigerant piping to stay the same. So if they put a new roof on, they tear it off, does that stick stay on? It's got nylon zip ties on it. I don't know how. I would deal with it differently. I would deal with it differently for sure. So we're coming on up in here. Now, this part of the garage, okay, the garage is not living space, so it's not required to be insulated. So we're supposed to have a restrictor panel installed across this wall. That's the garage home faces east. So the garage south wall, there should be a restrictor panel. The garage west wall, to keep the insulation. See how high it is over there? We want to keep the insulation. Do you think it's that high over here where it's tapering off to keep from spilling? It's not. It's not the same height. It's not consistent. And if it was consistent, what's to keep it from falling into the garage unconditioned space? Nothing. We're supposed to have a block. We're supposed to have a block across it. Okay. Moving on up. We got our switch. That's great. Now our luminaries in the garage and our luminaries in the attic do not have protective covers on them. They're supposed to have protective covers. They don't have protective covers on them. Okay, so if these lights break, then all the goo and the dust and the glass and you know, if you come up here, my big head, I hope I don't hit these things. I got a big head. I hope I don't hit them. Now this attic structure is a web structure. Okay, it's a truss-built system. I'm a fan of those for production builders because so much of them is done in the factory, and it takes the human element out. And I just really appreciate that. We come up here, we got loose fill fiberglass insulation. It's about 16 inches thick. And I look around the perimeter, and I see soffit vent baffles. And we're supposed to. I came up here looking for them. Now over here, I mean that one little spot where it's kind of thin and tapering off, okay, that's a nook inside the garage, so that doesn't have to be insulated. But the insulation around your nook, look at that. That goes on to the pantry area. Laundry area. It goes on into the laundry areas. See that? So we're coming along over here. We got radiant panel OSB sheathing. We've got all this beautiful factory installed trusses. Let's see if anything got molested. We got about 15 inches of loose fill insulation in places. It's definitely thinner in others. That big empty spot over there, that's the patio. That's the patio. And that is over to the primary bedroom in that corner. Does that look like you got the same kind of insulation as over there? You don't. It doesn't look like that, and you don't have that vapor barrier. And we picked up with our soffit baffles. That's a good thing. So we're coming up here in a radiant panel, coming on up, looking and looking and looking. This is really, really nice, actually. I have to say, you know, nice is nice. You're buying the house, you want to hear me say it's nice sometimes. I assume, I mean, you know, everybody loves some good news. I don't like to walk across, and I choose not to walk across rafters. And I think it'd be foolish to do that. And balance over rolls of carpet and stuff like that. That's just a recipe for disaster, doing that. I mean, you don't want to do that. Pushing all the wires like that, you don't. No, this is not the way you do it, man. But I just so happened to get over here and look at the windows. And when I was looking at the windows, I was looking at pan flashing. And I'm not real picky about the pan flashing in these windows because they actually have some. Oh my God. But really, that pan flashing was not installed right. Okay, I'll see if I can get over here a little bit closer. I'm already running long. I'm going to take some still images anyway, so I don't even know what I'm doing. It's Circus Olay. Oh,